Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Since the success of my previous video, which has seen more views than I have in about 3 years, I decided maybe I should come back to YouTube. With that, I decided to do some cheeky reviews on the previous 2 games. So we had my boys, Richmond, going against Collingwood. We were shit. As you can see, I've already made a few changes to my team. Thompson Dow has entered the field. Since he had full midfield time, it was great. Anyway, we'll talk about him. But yeah, we're just going to go through that game and also the Blues vs Demons game, talk about it. Yeah, I've got the way I use, if you want to know how to track Supercoach scores best, fan footy. That is my avenue for Supercoach scores and everything Supercoach. It tells you time on ground. When you zoom out, this is what it shows you. Let's just get into it. Starting with Collingwood. Lipinski played very well, but that's all it was. In my opinion, he played forward. See, like it tells you everything. It tells you that it was 8 marks, 2 tackles. Had a great game. But at the end of the day, he just had a good game. Now, that's the thing with preseason. You can't buy too much into it for the fact that it could just be a good game for them. They could just play well in the day and they'll be, like every bad player has like a good day here and there. So I wouldn't mind anything. Look at Lipinski, what is he, like 389. Like he's just riding the waves of the motions, I think, with it. If I go on my phone, because for some reason I've got the stats here, but you cannot see CBA on this anymore for some reason. So I have to go on my phone and look at it. Very professional. Like Lipinski literally didn't attend the centre bounce once. So clearly he just had a good game. I mean, he had a great game, but that's all it is. Daicos actually looks like an option. He got 111 of 69% time on ground. So I think he rested in the fourth quarter, but he was fantastic. 22 touches, got himself a goal. He was effective in his game. Went 73%, 12 contested, turned over 3 times, 7 score involvements. Like he was good. 9 clearances. Like the guy's good. The guy looks good. If the only issue with Daicos is the disciplinary part of it, the fact that he gets suspended and he's had a few injury problems. So yeah, he could be a good pod to start with. I don't think he's that expensive either. $5.39. He seems like to be next to Daicos. That main guy in midfield. Moving on to Daicos, or Nick Daicos, whatever you want to call him. Must have. Like I said in my previous video, people who aren't getting Daicos, I just think you're stupid. Thing is, Richmond is the best team to play against when it comes to Supercoach because we don't tag, we leave a lot of space for cheap disposals, and people get through us very easily. Because we play a system that is suited to a good team, but our team sucks, so it doesn't work. And our midfield also sucks. We give up so much in the midfield. But Daicos got 102 points off 57 time on field. 57! He played just over half the game and got 100 points. Like, the guy was a jet. Like, in half a game, he got 21 touches, got himself a goal, 81 efficiency. Yeah, 2 tackles, 6 contested. Yeah, he's not known for that. 7 score involvements, 4 clearances. To be fair, the game on paper doesn't sound amazing. But in terms of being there in the middle, he had 11 CBAs, which was the second best behind Daicos and Mitchell. And he played 50%. So he's easily the number 1 guy in midfield now. I feel like he's not playing half back. The only time he plays half back is if he gets tagged. And But I mean, the table obviously just follow him. But I think Daicos is a must-have because everyone's saying with this round 5 McGuinness tag and he has a round 6 bye. Okay, here's the thing. We have 40 trades this year, right? Okay. So he has 4 rounds to pop off for us, potentially all captain scores. Then he has probably an average game minutes Hawthorn. He has a shame, and he might drop a bit. Round 6, we have 40 trades. This is basically fantasy Premier League at this point. So, all we can do is, honestly, if you want to, you can trade Daicos to a Primo. He won't change in price, and then just bring him back in. Simple as that. You can do that if you really want to. If you're focused on rank and that stuff, you can just do that. You can literally just do that. From there, in terms of Collingwood, I don't think there's much more to talk about. Lockie Shaw's not going to do anything. Oh, Philan Macrae. Okay, he didn't get any game time, but when he came on, he played very well. I think got like 10 touches, 3 full clearances. He was really good when he came on, but is the job secure there? I don't know. Yeah, that's also another change. I've taken him out of my team, and the person was Sexton. Because I don't think the job security is there. I just don't think he's I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. He needs. It'll be interesting to see how round 0 goes. If he doesn't get in, then obviously we're going to ignore him. I don't see why he wouldn't get in. He could easily be a midfielder in that team. I think he's good enough to do it, but I don't know. Hoskinelli getting 100? Yeah, pod, get him in. Right down the half back, get him in. Naturally. No, keep an eye on that one. Moving on to Richmond. I honestly don't there's only a few to talk about. James Short is back. I'm very tempted by the guy. Pretty biased for me. But Short he played a half back, took all the kick-ins, took majority of them. He seems like he's back in that role. What's that kicks? Yeah, well, he had 27 touches and 23 of them kicks. 4 handballs. He's playing that role that he was when he was playing well before he got moved to the forward line. In midfield, hopefully, Uza has a brain and goes, hey, let's not do that. Let's just put him half back because his best quality is his kicking and the accuracy of his kicking. So let's just keep it that way. Hopefully, no one else comes and takes his shit here now. I mean, 120 is a very good start. Obviously, we have round 0 to go off. It'll be very good to see. Tim Torano is going to be a great pod this year. 115. The real question is, he had only 8 kicks. Which is why, because with 8 in handballs, he was probably effective. 69% effective, 14 contested out of that. Not many score goals. He had 6 clearances, 5 tackles. He was pretty good. It was pretty good. It was easily probably Richmond's best player short. He'll be a good pod. I don't think you start with him. We all know with Torano, we all know what the situation is. Great midfielder, great player, won primo mids in the competition, but his efficiency is horrendous, and that's always an issue, which leads into consistency, which it did towards the second half of the year last year. Thompson Dow was fantastic. Just going through his stats here, 20 touches and a goal, 80% efficiency, he had 12 contested, 5 clearances just on himself. He seems like they're going to give him the go this year. Finally give him the guy to go. He had equal CBAs with Tim Taranto with 11, so that tells you. It seems like Bolton and Dusty are going to play mostly forward this year. Bolton will rotate more than Dusty. Dusty is not an option this year. He's not an option. You can get Bolton if you want inconsistency, even if you want a 70, 80 and then a 140 one week. But yeah, I feel like Dow. It's just weird because 250 is a bit too expensive because it's 250 and then he goes up to 400, 450 and then you trade him. It's I don't know. To be fair, if he's playing in the midfield every single week, averaging this 90, he could potentially stay a long time and be actually a decent pod for people if he scores well. That's if he scores well on a consistent level. To fair, only 4 kicks and 6 handballs. If you actually kicked the ball, maybe you would have got a better score. Back to Bolton. He hit 0-3. He was pretty average. He could have done he should have done so much better. But that's Bolton. 1 week he kicks 0-3, next week he kicks 6-2. You know what I mean? He's just inconsistent like that. But Daniel Early, it was a shame to see. He put off half back, but he didn't really get involved. Baker, people love Baker, but I don't love him as a Supercoach option. I love the player so much. Love Baker. But in terms of a Supercoach option, this guy is not it. He never was, never will be. He doesn't have the role. That's about it. Dustin Martin is playing forward line. Yeah, he went in the midfield maybe 3 times. He's playing forward. And he can't even kick because he kicks 0-2. We could not kick. That was the downfall. But anyway, Dustin Martin is not an option. I don't like it. Kipkis 62. Yeah, I mean, that's what he's known for, right? He gets his 60s. He gets his 60s, 70s. Consistent 60s, 70s. So I'm not fussed with that. Tom Brown, I don't think he breaks in the side anytime soon. Samson Ryan sucks. Hopper got 27 points off 23 touches. The fuck was he doing? He had 9 clangers. Yikes. Cozzy. No, who cares about Cozzy? Lefeu, -2. Yep, solidarity. So that's the Richmond Collingwood section done. What we can tell is that Short could be primo, Tarantos could be a pod, Dow's a good rookie, Bolton and Dusty is a no, DeGoey could be a pod, Daicos is a must-have in my opinion, and Finn Macrae could be on the outer. And also Hoskin Elliott, keep an eye on him, played half back a bit. So even Quaynor, who knows what's going on with Quaynor. On to Blues versus the Demons. Starting with Carlton. I didn't actually watch this game, so I can't say he looks good or anything. I'm just going off these stats. Hewitt, yeah. I mean, shock, right? Hewitt does well and Chera does bad. You tell me what the issue is here, right? No, these midfielders cannot score well together. Cripps and Walsh can, but it's either Hewitt scores well or it's either Chera scores well. Hewitt had a great first season, shit second season. Chera had a shit first season, great second season. So, I don't like either of them because I don't like either of them. So I reckon just avoid Carlton midfielders altogether. Cripps had 25 and a goal and didn't even get 90. Seems like the Cripps thing to do. Dockley, yeah, everyone's just inefficient. Sard and Dockley took the kickouts. I mean, Dockley only played 70%, less than usual. There's not much for Carlton. Obviously, Zach Williams didn't play. It's a bit of a concern. Who knows who even plays first round? Not even the round 0. Fantasia was not good, 36 points. He could have been a pod, rookie price player if he really wanted to, but no. I'm looking at a Carlton team and I don't see anyone who tempts me at all. Nick Newman, 48. People would have had him as a pod. That's very disappointing. I'm not sure what happened with him. Just didn't get involved, I guess. Moving on to Melbourne. That Melbourne is the main part of this game for me. Max Gawn must have. He has shown his worth once again. 24 touches and 2 goals for a ruckman of 74%. He didn't even play 3 quarters technically. And he got 185. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. 185, he has to be in your team. He has 580. Yeah, Team English might be better. But at the same time, Gawn solo ruck is the best ruck in the league. Period. And for 580, you're an idiot if you pass him up. Jack Viney has continued his form from last year. A very good performance. Also got tagged by Hewitt. What a loser. Had 5 frees for. Okay, so that's 30 points there. But still, Viney continues great form. Could be a pod. Don't start with him though. I want to start with him. Tom Sparrow. Neil Bullen. Alright. He is, okay, I know pre-season it could just be good games, but him and Sparrow had 2 back-to-back good games. Lachlan Fords, keep an eye on him. Pod forward in the future, maybe. I don't know. I don't think he got much mid-time. Let's have a quick look. Let's have a quick look at the CBAs. Sparrow had 10, so that's a good sign. Nilborn had 3. Okay, so don't worry about him. But yeah, next man, Salem, 4 midfielder today. He had the most CBAs out of everybody. With 22. He started them on the most. Obviously, Oliver's not there, so it's a big factor. And it could just be we're just trying on something, because why not? But Salem was huge for them yesterday. He played very well from what all accounts that I've heard. He was one of the stars. 10 disposals, 9 tackles, 74%, 4 clearances. Like, he held his own. Could be a pod defender and then get some mid status as well if he continues it. I doubt he continues it. On to Jack Billings, obviously 240k, played very well from what I've heard. He got a decent amount of balls, 17 touches, got himself a goal, 4 tackles. Didn't really go in the midfield though. He did not push out. Like, I think he overscored from what I expect from him. I don't think he's anything, like he literally didn't go in the middle, start in the middle one. I don't think he's anything special. I think he's gonna, I think he can get a 90. I think that's the highest he gets in, honestly. He might have like a 140 one week when he kicks like a bag or something, because I'm sure it's Jack Billings, I'm sure you have one of those. But I don't think anything of it. Trent Rivers getting 80 was disappointing. He had a lot of the ball. I thought he could be a breakout star this year. I mean, he still can, but there's no issue. I mean, he had the most touches from Melbourne. I'm not sure what we're on. It was 75%, 24 disposals, 12 on kicks. Not 5 turnovers, not horrendous. Barely any tackles though. He had 5 clean, so yeah, he's just a bit inefficient, a bit ineffective. But I was always looking at him as a potential pod to look at. I'll keep an eye on him for you guys, but I think he could be very good this year. Track, he set the world on fire at the start. He was on fire. He was in like 60s, and then he just dropped off. I don't know. I'm not sure about Track. One of the best players in the competition, but it's just something about him I'm not fancying this year to start with. I mean, you can. I have no issue with you starting him, but for me personally, I'm not starting him. I feel like the 5 midfielders I've got are going to be better this year. Windsor, this is a weird one because 77 is a very good score, right? But he had 9 touches in the first half and finished with 11. Also, 66% time on ground is not ideal. He had the least out of everybody who started that game. Obviously, you don't count the subs. So that's a bit of a concern because once like Oliver comes back, once I'm surprised Tom McDonald didn't even get a go. But with these players, I don't know. I feel like there could be a potential 40-50 in him. I mean, he does have a bit of Kay Chandler about him this year. And Kay Chandler was obviously a very good rookie for us last year. Obviously, Wins is in my team right now, but I'm not sure if I trust it fully. He looks. I saw highlights of it. Like, he looked decent. Like, took his goals well. He's very fast, very energetic. Bailey Lowry, obviously he's 125k in the forward line. 58 isn't bad, isn't good either. It's still clear. I feel like there's better options. But yeah, that is the review. So I guess that's the players to look out for, I suppose, to consider or not to consider. Let me know if you like this sort of video. I can do it for the rest of the week. I feel like after each AFL week, I want to do like a big team of the week review thing on like who was good, who was doing bad, who's on fire, who's not on fire, that sort of stuff. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully it just doesn't, it's just 20 minutes of me yapping. But Thank you for the support. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that. I'll see you guys all next time. Thank you.